Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Rabino.
And this DJ in the building.
And you listening to the UpNUp Podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we doing?
I don't know, just listen.
To the top, I'm on my way. I'ma go get it till they put me in the grave. I can feel it in my heart, my time's coming, so I pray. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Yes. Welcome.
What it do?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned into the UpNUp Podcast. I'm your host, Rabino.
And I'm DJ man.
How you doing, fam?
Man, I'm good, man.
You good?
Chilling.
Vibes is right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Got my water, everything.
There you
We're
go.
good.
Stay hydrated, my guy. All y'all out there. If this is your first time listening, thank you for tuning in. Again, hence the name, the UpNUp. We are here to, provide this platform for those who are, working tirelessly towards their dreams and goals and visions. We want to be a platform to help cultivate the culture, and we help. We do that through storytelling and amazing stories at that. Now, we always got a special guest, but before we get to the special guest, I always want to shout out the listeners, the viewers, the constant supporters who've been giving us that encouragement and giving us that energy. You know what I mean? I just want to thank you guys, and make sure to rate, subscribe, and review. You can listen to the episodes on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes, and all that. Make sure to give your reviews. I love it. Now, getting that out the way, we always have a special guest.
Always.
Yeah. I think it's known at this point. We never fall short on that, right? And today's guest, I would say he's a man who's he's taken his creativity and artistic abilities to carve a lane for himself and his people, right? And those who he's bringing along with him. I would say he's a true visionary, who's always keeping everything he does on the up and up, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't be here. A journey that's been filled with ups and downs, from what I understand. But he's always kept a clear vision, for himself and his brand. And he's the owner of Visions Ink Tattoo Customs, independent painter and artist and overall entrepreneur. Our guest is none other than the ultra creative Cal Bonner. Can we get a round of applause for that?
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
How you doing, fam?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm on the up and up.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir. It's a lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the show or not, but we usually start the show with the quote of the day.
Okay.
Right? Just to get our minds right, get the vibe right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And just kind of, get us going on this conversation. And my guy across from me, obviously, Mr.
Yeah.
Quotes.
Yeah.
Mr. Quotes of the day. What you got for us, my
The
guy?
quote of the day today is youth is a gift of nature, but age is a work of art.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
who's that
yeah.
by? Who's that by?
Stanislaw Jersey Leck.
So youth is the gift of nature.
Yep. But age is a work of art.
Age is a work of art. Okay. Now, to kind of framework.
He's
Why we
thinking about that one.
Yeah, right.
I got you.
The reason we bring those quotes in is because we wanted to tie directly to our guest story.
Okay.
Right. And so in that quote, when he's talking about how age is a work of art, I'm sure you have gone through an evolution in your life to get to the point you're at now, right?
Yep.
So before we get to everything you're doing currently, let's take it back a little bit to kind of your early upbringings. Where did you grow up, and how did that inspire kind of your artistic abilities at this point?
I grew up in the Central District area in Seattle. So young, man, I just seen a lot of people just like they wasn't really I don't want to like disrespect anyone, but they wasn't as driven as I would appreciate us people to be driven, you know what I mean? My mom had me young at like 15 years old, so I didn't really see too much of anything, you know what I mean? So and that's where I feel like that youth say it again, the youth
Youth is the gift of nature.
the gift of nature. So in my story with the youth, the gift is the gift of nature. It's like when you're young, you got all the gifts in the world, but your body can't take as much as you think it can, and that's gonna tie into my story later down the line. And and the age
Is a work of art.
is a work of art. So, and that's gonna tie into my story too.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that you guys got that quote. That quote was perfect, bro.
You don't thank him over there.
It was perfect.
He comes in
for
with
real. That was a great
Good
quote,
looking,
bro.
man.
So you touched on it, right? You said growing up, seeing that people probably didn't have the same drive you may have had or the ambition you had pushed you to kind of not to say separate yourself, but you just kind of had to carve your own lane.
Yeah.
Right. So talk about that. What were some things you may have experienced early on growing up here in Seattle that may have sparked that artistic side of you, or just that entrepreneur side?
I could tell you what pushed my drive. You feel me?
Okay.
So when I was younger, like I said, my mom had me young, really young, and so that means if she has me at 15 years old, that means I don't have everything. You know what I mean? That means that we're not as wealthy. You feel me? So I was wearing a lot of hand-me-down clothes. You know what I mean? My best friend when I was a kid in elementary school was Peyton Siva.
Okay.
So and he was like, I don't want to say spoiled, but he was low-key spoiled. You know what I mean? He had everything, Jordans, Nikes, everything. So when I went to his house, I was in all his clothes. You know what I mean? So and
let me hold that real quick.
you feel me?
Yeah.
When I was younger though, but when I was younger though, there was people, they wasn't paying attention to it until they see me come in my own clothes, and it was like, hold on, you was just fresh this day, and then you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, my mom did a great job and everything, and my uncles and everybody, you know, my family did a great job in keeping me healthy, keeping me fed and a roof over my head. And, you know, I had decent clothes here and there, but I never had the Jordans, the Nikes, and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So I might get a Nike jacket, but you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing super fly, but I mean, believe me, I'm appreciative, even though I didn't have it, but I'm still appreciative of whatever I did have. It's just, it was like that, you know what I mean? That's what drove me to do more. Like, people were talking mess about me. Oh, you don't got this, you're a bum, you know, that stuff. Even when you're super young at like the age 7, 8, 9,
it sticks
you know
with
what I
you.
mean? It sticks with you for sure. Because
Yeah.
as I'm growing up, you know what I mean, and I'm getting older, because I'm still in hand-me-downs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, I ain't got no job to make no more money. So on top of that, it's just like, it drove me to want everything. Like, I see stuff on TV, I see a lot of things. Like, I've seen people come from nothing and make it. Look at Nipsey, look at Meek, you know what I mean? Like, those type of people are the ones that really drive me, you know what I mean? So when I see stuff like that, and then, sorry to like cut it off, but like Siva, like him being my best friend when I was like kid, we grew apart in the middle of school, but seeing him make it to the NBA, bro, even though, you know, he's not playing NBA now, but seeing him get drafted, bro, that sparked everything.
That's that representation though, right?
On me, bro.
You touched on it, right? I think when you're mentioning the clothes, right, and the gear, there's a greater message beyond that, I think, right? Because as a kid, we all can relate where you're coming up and people might be, you know, bagging on you about your gear or whatever, which you don't have. It kind of hurts your self-confidence at that time. Right. And so a lot of kids who did have that grew up with that confidence because they felt like, you know, they were above you because of that, because they had those things. But I like how you kind of changed your mentality in terms of saying, okay, I know I don't have it, but I can get it. Right. And I'm going to push it until I get it. Right.
Figure out a way.
Because it's not so much being materialistic. It's just saying, yo, I don't have something. I want it. I'm going to get it.
Thank you. I'm happy that you said that. Because it's not about the material, bro. It's not about that, because at the end of the day, we can't get buried with it, bro. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. It's the fact that you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel confident. You know what I mean? It's about your appearance. And I always told people that, bro. And even like now, like my girl and my homies be like, bro, it's Monday, bro. Why are you so fresh, bro? and I'll be like, bro, this is just me, bro. Like, this is how I always wanted to be, and I have the opportunity to be, so I'm gonna do it every day.
Why is it even a question?
Exactly.
Why does it matter?
Like, people be like, bro, it's Monday, bro. Why you got on your jewelry, bro? You're not going nowhere. I'm like, bro, I'm going to work.
You never know. First of all, you never know who's watching. So, all right.
Right. You feel me?
You know what I mean? Like, it's the same reason why you always want to be presentable when you're in front of someone who can give you an opportunity, right?
Exactly.
So,
always.
And so, yeah, I mean, I think that's important. So let's take it from there.
Yeah.
You know, early on, you kind of touched on what may have sparked the drive and the motivation. And so what were you involved in, you know, coming out of your teen years? What were you involved in that kind of kept you focused? Or was it art from the jump?
No, it wasn't art from the jump. I can tell you a funny art story, though, just to touch on the art part. I never told nobody a story, so you guys are real lucky, bro. You guys are real lucky. I'm in elementary school, bro, and there was this dude named Christopher. He was so filthy at drawing. I'm talking about detail, bro. He's like in the 4th grade. He's drawing everything perfect, bro. So there was one time, and he signed the picture, bro, and so anyways, he does the picture, bro. It's a picture of Scorpion, and it was so dope, bro. Like the get over here, like, it was like 3D everything, bro. Like, and he was a kid. His name was Christopher. I forgot his last name, but it was Christopher. And I took the picture. I was like, bro, let me get that picture. He's like, oh yeah, you can have it, because he draws every day. For sure. So he's like, yeah, you can have it. And I took it home and I showed my uncle, and then I was like, I drew this picture. Look, I drew this picture, not knowing that he signed the picture, bro. You feel me? So hold on, that's the cold part about it. It's not even that my uncle played me. He was like, oh, you drew that? Draw it again. Right here, right now. I'm talking about. I was like, all right, you know, whatever. So I tried to draw it. I traced it, and you could tell I traced it, bro, because it's only lines. He had shading and all this stuff. It's only lines, bro. You feel me? He was like, for one, your line is off here, and I could tell the rest of it's traced. If I just put it together, it's traced. You know what I mean? So, but that stuck with me, and then he was like, now you have to draw. You have to draw 3 pictures on your own every day for a week straight, or I'm whooping your ass. Bro, I must have drew, bro, I'm telling you, I drew at least 25 pictures.
Shout out your uncle, man.
Yeah, man, Uncle T, man.
Is that art boot camp right there, man?
Hey, it gotta be, because, you know, but at the end of the day, for one, I lied. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, it's a lesson. It's a lesson.
Exactly. And then for 2, he made me draw, so it's like, you gotta do it.
You know what, another thing I think that is interesting about that is it taught you early on that you have to be original, right? You have to be original, because nowadays you know, art is always duplicated and copied and replicated, so and plagiarized, so you got to be original.
Yeah, that's true,
and that's good that you learned that.
And I mean, I don't want to say that you can copy someone else's work as long as you put your own touch to it. It makes it yours. You know what I mean? There's some, don't get me wrong, every time I draw is not my own work. I go on Pinterest and I just practice on some regular drawings. Like, I see something I like, and then I'll just add my own flavor to it just for practice. You know what I mean?
But it's inspiration too.
Right. But if I'm drawing somebody wants a custom, it's a different ballgame. You know what I mean? I can do that too, but I'm just saying, that is how I practice. So there's nothing wrong with it. Oh yeah. And I'm just saying out there to the other artists, there's nothing wrong with tracing or even copying somebody else's work. Some people get inspired by that.
I mean, you gotta emulate those that you aspire to be like. Right. Right. It's like Kobe Bryant wanted to be Michael Jordan, and he patented his game after him. Yeah. And look where it got.
Come on, shout out to the Lakers, by the way.
I ain't wearing this shirt for nothing.
Come on.
Shout out. You gotta work on your craft though. You know. So that's pretty much how you stay sharp with it. If you keep like practicing, doing your thing. So
and that's exactly what I was doing, and I'm still doing it every. If I ain't got nothing to do at the crib, I will go on the internet and find something that I like that inspires me, and I'll do it. You know what I mean? So. That is what it is, bro.
Yeah. So now you I wanted to touch on the story that was done about you with the Living Proof. Shout out to Tess. Man. Tess, our writer there for the UpNUp. You can check out that feature at theupnup.com. He wrote a really, really great piece on you and your story, and part of your story. I'm gonna let Erm talk about it a little bit, but you were into athletics early on, and then at some point that kind of had to transition into something else, right?
Yeah. So how was that transition?
So first it was like before I even have to transition, I want to talk about like what sport I was into, and that was football. Football was like that was like my home base before. Like I was my first ever sport. I was 7 years old when I started playing football. I was a defensive end. You know what I mean? I'm a small dude. I was a defensive end. But you know, I was cracking cats and stuff, all of that. But the more I grew up, I wanted to be on offense. I didn't really like too much contact, but you know what I mean? I wanted to be a part of scoring. I wanted to be, you know what I mean? I wanted to be that superstar guy. I've always wanted the limelight, bro. Yeah. I've always wanted it. So, but besides that, you know what I mean? I became a quarterback, and I get like going into middle school and high school, I'm becoming a quarterback. I'm on the JV team, but there was some big dudes on the JV team, bro. I'm a little dude, you feel me? And when you throw the ball, you throw this arm out first, and then you throw. So as I threw this arm out, I got hit right here by a big Samoan dude, and all these ribs cracked, bro, and my lung collapsed. So I almost died, to be honest, and that was from a JV football. You know what I mean? I still came back. I came back and played for probably a couple months. Got on varsity, broke a couple records in one game, just like, you know, just scoring and throwing touchdown passes, but only played one game. And that let me know, like, I can do it, but I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm cool, because I almost lost my life that season. So it's
a risk, man.
Right.
It's a risk.
And then so there was some guys, Dante Jones, when I was at Garfield, Dante Jones and Jock Robinson, those two guys were like my big brothers in high school. So when I was playing football, they always looked out for me, you know what I mean? And then, but they were playing basketball as well. And then not Jock, but Dante was playing basketball as well, and I always watched him playing, and he was all crafty. And then I was like, man, I want to play basketball too. You know what I mean? He had all the women and all the stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like I said, I wanted to be in the limelight, bro. So when I seen him going crazy, and like girls all over him, he's hitting threes, he's talking mess. You know what I mean? He's going crazy. So I'm like, ooh, I can see myself doing that. You know what I mean? So I start working on my game, and then I start falling in love with basketball. Like, I'm a lover, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if I like something, bro, I'm taking it to the fullest, bro. So anyways, I started playing basketball, and then I was so cocky though, and I wasn't really that good. But I had handles. I wasn't really that good though, and I was really small. And Dan Finkley was the coach, and he was not having it, bro. He was like, no, you're not ready for varsity. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're JV, you'll be ready in a couple years. But I wasn't trying to hear that, bro.
Yeah, I read that. Not to cut you off, but I read that in the story where.
Oh no, that was a different coach.
Okay.
This one, Dan Finkley wasn't against me. He wanted me to be good.
Okay.
For one, I couldn't keep my grades up either. That was another thing. I didn't even bring that up, but I couldn't keep my grades up. I wasn't ready for basketball.
You weren't focused?
I wasn't focused, bro. Yeah. I wanted all the things that pretty much every man wants without the hard work.
Exactly.
You feel me?
The result. You wanted the result before.
As I was a kid, as a kid, but I learned that it comes full circle when I get older. But so then I transferred to Chief Self, and I started playing the team, and I felt that I could have been the star player, you know what I mean? But there was J5. I don't know if everybody know who Jordan Kidd is, but J5, bro,
he was nice.
Bro, he might have been one of the best players I've ever seen play in high school, for real, bro. Like, for real.
Up close,
too. For real, bro. Like, and he wasn't getting as much love as I thought he should get. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hold on, bro. I tell him all the time, bro, shoot, do this, do that. And he was like, bro, he's not messing. I gotta do this too. I gotta pass him the ball. I'm like, bro, you shouldn't pass at all. You know what I mean? But then again, you know, the way that I had an influence on people, bro, and it's like still to this day, I still have an influence on people. It's not a thing that I want to happen, but people follow me.
They gravitate towards what you
what I do. Like, I'm a trendsetter, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it, but I don't mean to be, you know what I mean? I'm just being me.
Yeah.
And me being a trendsetter, people were following what I was doing at Chisel, and I was going to get tattoos. You know what I mean? I was on my own. You guys got to remember, my mother was 15 years old when she had me. So she's more like my sister than more my mom. I mean, don't get me wrong, she gets that mom respect.
For sure.
But she's more like my sister. I can talk to her about anything, do anything, you know what I mean? So so she so I was getting tattoos. I was inked up, you know what I mean? And so during my transferring, between my transferring is I wasn't in school. I took a year off, and so now I'm behind when I got to Chisel. So I did a 5th year to play basketball. I didn't need a 5th year, but I didn't need a 5th year to graduate, but I wanted a 5th year to play. You know what I mean? Because I never played. Bro. So I sat and I got my 5th year. I got approved for my 5th year, and then so I'm wearing workouts, wearing tryouts and stuff, and I'm already knowing I'm about to get picked up, bro. I'm great. I'm taking off, bro. I'm talking about bounce. You know, I'm dunking on cats.
You just had that confidence.
You know, I'm hitting threes. I'm doing everything I gotta do. You know what I mean? But it wasn't about talent. It was about character. You know what I mean? For this coach, and I've always had a grudge against Sleesby. He's smart. He was a coach. I've always had a grudge against him. I still to this day have a grudge against him.
I think everybody got I got a grudge against my high school coach.
But I mean, it's not. But it's not. Now I'm a different dude. I'm a different person. So I mean, the grudge is still there because I always wanted to play, and he took that from me as a kid. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was a hidden message in it. Like, everything has a hidden message.
Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
And yeah, for sure.
And he didn't want his, like I said, everybody gravitated toward me. He didn't want me on the team because I was a distraction. Period. Like, I went to parties, I kicked it, you know what I mean? I still had my grades right, so I could play, but it was just cats were going to go get tattoos. They were doing stuff that they wasn't doing before I came.
It had nothing to do with basketball at that point.
Right.
It was more
so it was like the influence.
Right.
You had on it.
And I understood that the older I got, you know what I mean? So, but then I walked on to Bellevue College, and I played for Eggers, and you know, we had a good season, all that, and I earned a scholarship to Central Arizona College, and once I went to Central Arizona, now this time my game is crazy, okay, because I was really working on all my craft throughout the whole summer. I put so much hours into basketball. It was like, you know, I don't know if you guys watched 10,000 Hours or heard of 10,000 Hours.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so to sum it up, if you put 10,000 hours into your craft, you'll perfect it automatically. I put over 10,000 hours in the summer for sure. You feel me? I was in the gym day and night, wasn't really doing nothing else, you know what I mean? So and then I got out to Central Arizona because I didn't want to go down there and be a bum, you know what I mean? So I went down there and I was working cats, bro, like dunking everything, hitting from anywhere, you know, crossing cats over, everything that you could think of when it came to basketball. So a week into going into our season, we're about to start our first game, bro. I go up to dunk the ball, I come down, I fracture my shin. It was the worst. Like, you don't understand. In my mind, bro, I probably was like, I was ready to give up, bro.
I mean, everything. Well, let's put that in perspective. So, because this is a very pivotal moment for you in your evolution, because, and for those who are watching and listening, they can really probably grasp from this, because everybody has that moment in their life where they feel like shit is over,
right?
And you put in so much time to get to this point. And I brought it up about the living proof piece that we did about you was how you got yourself out of that, right? And so, and it was through art, right? It was through kind of putting your mind towards something else. But you said you were somewhat in a depressive state,
right? No, I was no somewhat. I was depressed.
Okay.
All right. I was sad, bro.
Ain't no indirection about that.
I was sad.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Because you got to understand, bro. Like, it's all everything that leads up to it, bro. It was I was playing football. I broke my ribs. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to a different sport. I play basketball. Then I take basketball 100% serious. I wasn't able to play. I was ineligible. And then I wasn't able to play again because the coach didn't want me on his team. So and then I finally play a season with a college, and then I'm like, okay, I know what this is like. I know I can handle it. I know that I can play. So now it's like, boom, I fractured my shin. So it's like,
why? Did you have that question, like, why me? Why right now?
It's like I'm at the pinnacle of my game. Like, you know what I mean? This is when I was talking about Dante had all the girls and all that stuff. I had all the girls, you know what I mean? I had the women looking at, you know what I mean, for real. So it's like, damn, this is now. It's like not right now, you know what I mean? Like, no, bro. But then it was a shift though. It all happened for a reason because it wasn't like I want to be a star. You know what I mean? And there's so many people in basketball that can do what I can do. So, but there's not a lot of people in the world that can paint like I paint. There's not people that can tattoo like I tattoo or influence like I can influence. So when it comes down to that, that's how I got out my depression is by I started drawing. And I don't know why I started drawing. I just started drawing. Maybe it's because when I was getting my ass whipped by my uncle, I felt that same depression. So, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, damn, he caught me, I'm lying. So now it's like, oh, damn, I fractured my shin. Now what? Yeah. What do I do now? So I just start drawing. I start drawing like, this is the crazy stuff. I started drawing like a sad dude with a backpack and a devil on his back with a heart, you know, in his hand, and he's just sitting there with rain just falling on him and
that's how you felt at the time.
That's
right?
how I felt because I felt like everything was just pouring down on me, and the devil had my heart, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's like, damn, bro, what do I do? Like,
and it's tough too at a young age when you haven't lived a lot of life. Right, it's hard for you to kind of comprehend what the hell is happening to me right now, and why this is happening. And so let's take it, because coming out of that obviously is tough for anybody, and I think that's something that people can relate to. Right. Everybody has been in those moments of depression, and it's important that we talk about that, right? And it's not just like you said, you were booming, you had the girls, everybody thought your shit was popping, and then, but what they don't understand is that's not what you can depend on. No, right? Because it can go like that, bro.
Clout is not what it's about.
Yeah, talk about it.
I mean, I don't know if that's a gym, but clout is not what it's about.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
That's not what it's about.
Nah, for real, bro. But at the end of the day, a lot of people say pressure busts pipes. You know what I mean? This is how I look at it. Pressure creates beast. Because once you're under pressure, that's how you're gonna know what type of person you are, or what you go through, or how you get through your situation. When I was depressed, that was that pressure. Like, what are you gonna do now? Your whole family's depending on you, bro. So as you guys gotta keep in mind, my mother had me at 15 years old. So I have sisters. I got, you know what I mean? She had more kids. So it's like I am the man of the house. You know, my dad wasn't around. My biological father wasn't around. So it was tough. And I at the time, I trusted my stepdad so much. You know what I mean? At the time, now that's my father, bro. I don't even want to go. You know what I mean? When I was young, I'm talking about from 9 to like 11, 13. And then I knew that's my dad. But I don't want to go into that. But I had to clear that up. But other than that, man, that's what created me, because I didn't want to let them down, bro. I didn't want to let my homeboys down either. You know what I mean? They know, everybody that was close to me know where I came from. So I didn't want to let no one down, and I'm still feeling like that. Yeah, it's not that feeling don't go away until I got a couple million in my pocket.
I mean, but that's I feel like a lot of people, they set expectations for themselves, right? And you have confidence in yourself, and that's what it's about. And you have goals that you set out. And sometimes there's people that are around you who probably don't have that ambition or that foresight. Right. So they put their dreams on you. Like, man, I can't do it, but you can, so I'm gonna put everything on you. And
I wish it was like that. You know what I mean? It's like the more success you get, it's like not saying all the closest people to you, but some close people to you, it's like they distance themselves from you because it's like
there's no relation.
There's no like it's no relation. Like it's not like I want everybody to be like, oh, he's doing this thing, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm doing this because I want to help my closest friends and closest family members. But I done lost friends and family because I dedicate myself to tattooing, to painting, and to my family. And I have a little family, so you know what I mean, I gotta take advantage of how to provide, how to be a protector, you know what I mean? So that's where it's like, damn, why am I losing this person? Okay, well, maybe I'll just see him down the line, you know what I mean? Or when I make it, then I'll come back and I will be like, yo, here's 100,000, bro. You know what I mean? Even though you wasn't around, I don't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love you, bro.
You want to see people shine
That's been me all my life, bro. And the fact that, like, let's say when I had hand-me-downs, if those people say you can have those clothes, I would hand them down to somebody else. You feel me? That's just the type of person I am. Yeah. So I hope I didn't ramble off.
No, it's cool. Because to answer my question, but I do want to kind of veer into how you took that artistic drive after, you know, the injury that you suffered, and you started getting into creating a business, you know. And you know, with Visions Inc., right? Yeah. The tattoo shop. And how did that come about?
The VI,
if you could talk, the VI.
Okay. So with the tattooing, it's crazy because it's a crazy story because when I fractured my shin, I was in such a depression. I didn't want to talk to nobody. My girlfriend at the time, get out my face, everything. You know what I mean? And my roommate is my roommate. He got to be in my face. So and he was cool though. That's my bro. He's still like my best friend. Twan, shout out to Twan. But he was like, bro, we're playing Call of Duty. He's like, bro, you always got that mean mug on your face, bro. It's not, your shin's not gonna fix itself, bro. You know what I mean? It's not just gonna fix, bro. You draw all the time, bro. Just become a tattoo artist or something. And then he was joking around when he said it, but then I was like, nah, man, they don't make enough money. He said, what? Man, they make thousands of dollars, bro. What are you talking about? And I'm like, show me something. So he brought up an artist. I don't remember the artist's name, but it said he made $3,000 daily. $3,000 a day, bro. In a whole year, that's at least $1 million, bro. I was like, I'm like, I'm on.
Yeah, I can do this.
Yeah. I don't care about basketball, bro. I'm about to figure this out right now. So I put it on Facebook, and I was popular. I wasn't popular, but I was known for throwing parties. You know what I mean? And I just got done throwing this huge block party where the whole Seattle came out, and it was so dope because I was going to Arizona. It was so dope. Shout out to everybody that came to that party. That was like a highlight of my life, bro. But I was known for throwing these parties. So I put on Facebook and I said, if I became a tattoo artist, who would support me? Who would support my drive? Bro, I kid you not, 3 minutes after I posted that, 3 minutes, my one of my best friends, the money's baby's mother, hit my line and says, find out how much tattooing equipment is, and I will buy you a kit. Wow, bro! She sent me money to buy my first kit, bro.
All off the Facebook post.
All off of just see but then you got to remember when I was drawing these pictures, I was posting them too.
Okay.
So people were seeing those. Okay. Yeah, they were seeing those, and and I was getting a lot of love off of them. So it was like, oh yeah, I would love to see you tattoo. You know what I mean? So shout out to Janelle, man. That really started.
That's big.
Right, that really started.
And it's important. It's important to reflect back and pay homage to those people who believed in you.
Nelly from Mac and Nelly, the other podcast. You feel me? So
shout out to her.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It was, and man, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And I would never forget it. Like never.
That's dope.
Ever, bro. Because without that, what was it? $100? Without the $100, I wouldn't be who I am today. And that's a fact.
That was a seed right there.
For sure.
That's dope.
So from there on, I started tattooing my roommate. My roommate was the first person I tattooed. Highly blessed on him. It took 5 hours.
So people just trusted you with the needle off top?
Off top, because I was drawing so much, so they just thought I was just already dope.
But from your perspective, were you confident with the needle?
Hell no.
Okay.
5 hours, bro. No, bro. 5 hours to do a name here and a name here.
Yeah.
Bro, now if you ask me to do that, bro, it's going to take 20, 30 minutes, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It took 5 hours. I didn't know how far I go. I didn't know, you know what I mean? So it was crazy, but
that's
I mean,
wild.
It still looks fresh though. You know what I mean? And I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. I'm just like everybody else. I messed up a lot of people.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But I also, this is what I did for some people too, is the people that came back to me. It was like, bro, I know you were starting, you know what I mean? And da-da-da. Can you fix me and then give me another one? And I'll give him a discount on the next one.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he was there when I was tattooing out of the kitchen.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, they was there from the jump.
That's what I'm saying. So that's where everything happened. I was just really like tattooing people. I was doing cool work for super low just to get more supplies so I can get reps in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was learning from YouTube. There was nobody else to teach me. I mean, there was somebody that used to tattoo me, and she still tattoos. Her name's Soraya in Tacoma. Okay. She still tattoos me. She's really dope. But when I needed help, I would text her and be like, yo, I don't know what to do this, I don't know what to do that. So, and she would help me. So shout out to her too. She's a big help in my progress. Yeah. But right after that, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
Okay, right after that, I found a tattoo artist out there in Arizona, and this is a guy that I call my uncle, but he's more like my sensei. Like, he tells me how to do this, how to do that. Okay. This is how you gotta go.
A mentor.
So, yeah, mentor. There we go. But I call him my sensei because it's like, no matter what, I'm always gonna respect him. You know what I mean? A mentor, he's like, oh, that's my mentor. Oh, what's up? Yeah, you know what I mean? But my sensei, whatever he needs, he gets. Gotcha. You know what I mean? So
difference.
But besides that, he's the first person. He made he hand carved a tattoo gun for me, and that was like, when he did that, and he taught me how to put the needle in. He taught me the stuff that I didn't know and I'm already tattooing people. You know what I mean? And after that, I took it to the next level, and I just never looked back, bro, because just like I was putting those 10,000 hours in basketball, I did it in tattooing, I did it in drawing. Yeah. And that's why now, like, if you looked at my beginning tattoos, they're cool, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if you look at my tattoos now, you'll be like, from then they were cool, but now he's elite. You know what I mean? It's a whole different ballgame.
I think it just speaks to your work ethic, man. I think that's the biggest thing I'm pulling from this entire story is, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the ups and downs, you got to have a work ethic. You got to have a drive, and you got to be able to discipline yourself to stay with it.
For sure.
You know? And there's a lot of people, especially in our generation, that get so distracted and sidetracked. And and their focus isn't on the grind and the process. Their focus is on the result. Right. And so I appreciate hearing your story of how you saw importance of the process as opposed to the result from a young age.
Right. That's where vision came from in the Visions Inc. I've always had a vision. I've always said that. I just don't know why. I've always said that. I just be like, man, I don't want to use the cliche trust the process that everybody else is using, but mine is MOB, make others believe, because I always wanted to make others believe that I got it. You know what I mean? I'm that dude. I have it all. You know what I mean?
He got them sayings today.
Oh yeah, bro. I got it tattooed on my hand, bro. That was my first tattoo on myself, and that's what made me like, because I never wanted to work for nobody. You know what I mean? And when I tattooed that on my hand, I was like, they gonna think that's money over bitches and all that extra stuff. So I was like, so no one's gonna want to hire me. You know what I mean? So, and then I tattooed this one on my hand. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go get blasted. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what I want to be. I have to push myself to be that. But besides that, after I met Nesto, man, I went back home for the summer, and I told my mom, I was like, I'm really out here tattooing, and she's like, you ain't tattooing nobody, you know. That's my mom's a Joseph. She ain't tattooing nobody. I said, watch, there's about to be a lot of people walking in and out of this house for tattoos, and she was like, well, as long as you kick me some rent, I don't care, you know what I mean? So I tattooed out my mom's kitchen for about at least 2-3 years for sure, but at the time though, I was just tattooing to take women out, you know what I mean, take them on dates. Okay, you feel me? I was tattooing to flex, to get my wardrobe up, and all that stuff, you know what I mean. So there was one day I went out to a party, and this is how I met my woman, Kayvana. I went out to a party because I was already on the same mission that I'm on today. I seen there was a party that Nate Robinson had. You feel me? And I wanted to get a hold to Nate Robinson so I could tattoo him. I was like, bro, I wanted to get him the tattoo. So hopefully Nate comes and get a tattoo now after he sees this.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I went there, and then my homeboy Jock, Nate's brother, my homeboy Jock Robinson, came, and he was like, "What's up, Cal?" Because I never went to the club at the time. I was really tattooing for real. So he was like, "Damn, you don't never come out." He was like, "Man, let me put you on some of these women." He was drunk though, you know what I mean? He was drinking, and I was like, "Jock, you're tripping, bro." He was like, "Nah, bro, you know how I am. I'm always gonna throw you the lob." so he threw me the lob to my woman, you know what I mean? Wow. But it was him, it was her, and it was her her best friend Danny, and they're both bad, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I wasn't really into Caucasian women. Okay. So, but she's, you know, she's like us. She's, for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I wasn't really into Caucasian women, so I was like, I'll go for the dark skinned chick. You feel me? For sure. And I talked to her, you know what I mean? And she was feeling the guy for a little bit. So, but I played it hard to get for a little bit, and I went outside. And then she seen me, and she was like, "Oh, you about to leave without my number?" And I was like, "Oh, shit, you know what I mean? I didn't even know." You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't even know.
So you didn't finish the layup on that one?
No. Actually, I was just, you know, I was one of those kids that just kept dribbling when the coach was like, pass the rock. Exactly. Pass it or shoot. So
that's dope. That's a dope story.
But yeah, so after that, man, but it's crazy. It's about to come full circle. So then, like, a week goes by. I'm really into tattooing. Like, when I lock into something, I don't care about what everybody else is doing. I'm not into all that. You know what I mean? So I'm really locked in. I got people coming in getting tattoos. Now I got a bankroll in my pocket. You know what I mean? My dad, my biological dad, we touched bases again, and I was driving his car, 22-inch rims, big Cadillac, clean. You know what I mean? He was letting me drive it the whole summer. You know, I don't know why, but he was. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got the car or whatever, and I post a picture, and I said, if you're a lady that would like to be taken out on a real deal date as a gentleman, I said drop a picture, and whoever gets the most likes, I would take them out on an all-day date, from breakfast to opening the door for you to seats. Like, nah, for real, this isn't a post, dead ass. From seats to paying for your meal to everything, because you got to remember, I just got a couple of bands. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm like, this is the reason why I was tattooing at the moment. For sure. So then it went viral, bro. I'm talking about, like, and then even the homies were putting pictures up there. It's like, it's not for Cal. I want to know what girl's trying to mess with me. You know what I mean? So it was crazy.
There we go. Throw lives all day.
Nah, for real though. It was crazy.
That's crazy, man. Because I think about it, like, you know, women say they ain't, you know, niggas ain't shit. You know, ain't enough good men out here. You know, and so that was like a damn near a lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? For the women out here, they're like, damn, okay, I ain't never gonna get this, so I'm gonna try it out.
Right, all day date, man. Dope. It was about like at least 1,000 pictures, bro, 1,000 comments. Bro.
That's crazy.
Like, it was crazy. My first time ever hitting that many comments, anything, it went crazy. So, but the girl that won, I apologize. I want to tell her I apologize, man. I'm about to tell you why I didn't take you out. Okay, so then after that post is made, the woman that I got her number, my woman now, I got her number. She hits me up and was like, "Oh, so you're about to take somebody else out on a date?" And then after that, I was like, "Oh, damn." Matter of fact, let me just take her out, cause you don't, man.
That's a message right there.
She was so fine, bro. I'm telling you, there was no way I was just gonna pass that up, bro. I was like, you know what?
I think that's probably a moment of maturity for you too.
Yeah, it was
right. I think that it speaks to that maturity. A lot of men out here, you know, men are dogs, right? They out here doing their thing.
Nah, for real.
But that was a moment where you kind of were at like, okay, I got all that. But I want this.
Right, exact. Come on.
Come on, you, man. I'm loud and clear.
There was so many women. There was so many women, and it's cool though. I mean, that's what I wanted. Remember? So that's what I wanted. And I had it my way. But once I got with her, and then she just molded me into like. She molded me, bro. She was just telling me, you can do this, you can do that, and you need to do it. You know what I mean? Don't just say it, do it. So, and every since she said, because I never wanted to let her down. You know what I mean? Because she's really motivational and she's really inspiring, bro. So I never wanted to let her down. And when I let her down, you can tell. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You need to have a strong woman with you.
Right.
Or at least in your circle to push you, right? You know what I mean? And that's important that you spoke to that and
For
how
real.
she helped drive you.
Man,
That's a good message.
I'm telling you, helped drive me, bro, and was there when I didn't have nothing. Like when I have nothing, you're there when I have nothing, bro. I have a couple $1,000, clue that's gonna get blown anyway. No, you molded me. She started buying me tattoo equipment. She started buying me chairs. She started buying, like, you know what I mean? Started showing me how to promote, you know what I mean? Little stuff because she's been in the industry. She knows the way to go. So when I found that out, and then she started telling me this, and I see myself progressing, I was like, I'm listening to everything she telling me. She's not. And then we had a kid together, so it's like she's definitely not gonna. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's not gonna. Come on, bro. She's not gonna want me to fail, bro. I'm her baby's father,
but
bro.
you guys are in sync. You guys are on the same page.
Oh yeah,
and that's the most important thing. You know, I think the biggest thing with relationships is like if you can be aligned on one accord and y'all know what y'all grinding for. You know what I'm saying?
you gotta remember that's though. Good. It's not always smooth beans.
No, for sure.
But the difference between what me and my woman is not the. We're the same sign too, by the way. Me, her, and my daughter are all Virgos.
Wow.
So it's really hard already in the house. Okay, I'm gonna keep that a buck. But when we go through something, we don't put it on social media. You know what I mean? We don't we don't show that side of us because it's not no one else's business but ours. So from the outside looking in, it looks like our stuff is always smooth. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is always smooth, but I'm saying like it does get bumpy, but we figure out a way to smooth it out.
That's real.
It's because and when you're in love with somebody, bro, it will change, bro. You will know the difference between infatuation and love. You know what I mean? We can be infatuated thinking you're in love, but you're really not. But once you're in love, it's a whole different ball game, and you could tell when somebody has that for you. Like she has that for me. She wants me to win, and she supports me 110%. Like to the point where she takes the baby all day, no job. She's like, I want you to do your thing, and I got her, and I got the house.
That's amazing, bro.
And that's, I mean, what else do I need?
That's amazing, bro. No, definitely, man. Definitely.
You feel me?
Definitely.
And look out for the Tucker Bonners, man. We're trying to get this show started with just our family. We're all Virgos. We're all models.
Well, let's do this. Let's talk about before we get you out of here. But I want you to really touch on kind of what's on the horizon. Right, I know you got Vision Inc. Or Visions Inc. I mean, obviously your independent artwork, which is amazing. I've seen many pieces.
I want to say I am now a celebrity artist. Yeah, I had to say that, man. I got Nipsey in my painting, bro. That was like the biggest, like one of the biggest things.
That was a dope painting.
That painting was dope.
He got me through college and high school.
Shout out Nipsey, man. Nipsey's just a reoccurring theme on our show. We hear he always gets brought up.
Yeah, man. Nip, man. Jacquees, my favorite my favorite R&B singer.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Chris Brown's the best. But
I had this debate. I said he's top 10 all time.
Yeah, he's definitely he's definitely top 10, but he's the best right now.
Oh yeah.
And Jacquees is my favorite. He's right behind him. So
for sure.
And I'm that's why I'm happy that we're getting to this. I'm a big music guy. So with music, man, I'm starting my own record label, Visions Inc. Entertainment.
Visions Inc. Entertainment.
Yeah, man, I got 2 artists right now under contract, and they're really dope, bro. And they both sing, they both rap. One engineers and produces his own tracks and our other artists' tracks. Okay. And the other one's learning how to do the same thing. So we're on the rise right now, and we're quiet about it because we want to build. You know what I mean? But I can't stay quiet, bro. I'm not that type of person.
For sure. Especially if you're passionate about something, you know, and you definitely believe in these artists. You know, definitely, man, spread the word on it.
Shout out to Amari and I'm sorry. Shout out to Amari and Todd, man. He goes by the real Illmatic.
The real Illmatic.
The real Illmatic, man. Trillmatic, man. Okay. The real Beyond Ill. You know what I mean? So, and he's dope, bro. Like, these guys are both great, and they're creative geniuses, bro.
You know what? I think it's dope that they have someone like you that they can learn from as well in terms of just the work ethic, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I was just telling Amari, man. I was just, man, that's crazy that you said that. I was just telling Amari that because I was going to bring him here, but he wasn't feeling well. And I was like, man, sometimes you just got to push through that. He was like, bro, I would love to be there, bro, but I'm really not feeling well, bro. So, but he wants to work with you guys also, man.
Okay.
And,
yeah, definitely.
And I think that'll be dope. But other than that, man, there's a lot more coming, man. Like I said, you guys have to follow me and follow my journey because I came from nothing and I'm building an empire before your eyes. Like I'm showing you the exact way to do it.
And that's exactly why stories like this is important, right?
Yeah.
And when someone comes in and tunes in, listens to the show or views it, and a lot of your followers and supporters watch it and view it, they'll get a real authentic and better understanding of who Cal Bonner is, as opposed to just, you know, they see the result of everything you're doing, but they need to know how you got it and how you got there.
Right.
And then you came in here with something.
Man. So to touch on this, it's a surprise, but I don't think you guys aren't gonna air this before I show her tonight, so it's all good. Brittany Renner is here in Seattle right now. We got a party tonight. Shout out to Sid. He's let me co-host with her. But I made a painting for her because, like, I make paintings for everybody that inspire me in certain ways, you know what I mean?
There you go.
Like I said, I didn't even tell everybody to paint for, but I want to throw it out there real quick. Big Boy, I did a painting for him because his mother passed away, and the way that it inspired me is because my Aunt Gwen was like my mom. Like I said, my mom at 15, Aunt Gwen was my mother, and she passed away, and I understood that pain.
Is Big Boy from Outkast?
No. Big Boy Radio.
LA.
Okay, Big Boy LA. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Big Boy and Big Boy Radio and their people, man. Thank you for helping me get that painting to them. Who else? I did a painting for Caesar from Black Ink. He came to the shop and signed my wall, man. He was a great dude, bro. He took pictures with everybody multiple times. You know what I mean? He didn't. I know. I personally would have been irritated with mostly these people that was acting up and acting funny, but he was so cool with everybody, bro. And it showed the professionalism that he has, and that just gave me. He was dropping gems on me and stuff, you know what I mean? And I appreciate that. John Bourne, I want to throw John Bourne out there. He's a guy that put me into this painting stuff. There was a time when I was out in LA, and shout out to Lily be plugging me with everybody. She hit me up and said, you need to connect with John Bourne. You need to connect with John Bourne. And he calls me. He was like, what's up, man? Lily told me that you're a dope artist and da-da-da. And I was like, yeah. He was like, meet me at this address at this time with these things. So he said, come with a canvas and some brushes. He's like, just go to Michael's, get a canvas, some brushes. I got the paint, don't worry. So I was like, I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna do it. So I did it, and I didn't even know it was a Kanye West listening party.
Wow,
bro, and I'm live painting in front of big names.
Wow,
a lot of big names.
Is this for the Life of Pablo album or
Life?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a Pablo album.
Okay.
I'm painting in front of a lot of big people. Like, it's so much pressure. I'm sweating, bro. I'm like, but
Wow.
but a lot of people loved it though. You know what I mean? It was so quick. It was my first live painting, and it was so quick and it was clean. But at the end of the day, I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I really just got done painting in front of a lot of people, bro. And but it changed my life. You know what I mean? Because now I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, when you get those opportunities and you go through those things, you can do it.
You gotta seize them.
Once you see it, it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's big.
Who else? I did one for Chris Brown. Shout out to Chris Brown's people. Even though his security wouldn't let me get the painting to him, hopefully he got the painting. Hopefully he'll post it and show it.
I mean, I'm sure he'll appreciate it because he's a painter himself.
Yeah, no, he followed me on Instagram and he liked the picture and stuff, and he was like, and he commented and said, "Dope, bro, I love it."
That's
you know
dope.
what I mean?
That's
so
dope.
That shout out to him on that. That was dope. Brittany, and you guys already know how Chris Brown inspires me, so I gotta go there. Who else? And then Wiz Khalifa. I haven't got it to him, but I did a paint for Wiz, because I like the individuality that he has. You know what I mean? He don't care about what nobody thinks about him. He does him. You know what I mean? He's a rock star, bro. I love that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Gucci and Keisha. I did a Gucci and Keisha Kaora when they got married. I did one of those, and the reason why I did that one is because my woman. There was a time when I had a mental breakdown, and my woman stood by my side, and there would be no other woman that would do what she did, bro. To the point where I really lost my mind, crazy. Like, I couldn't write my name, no nothing. So, and then she stayed grounded, bro, and was there through my side the whole time. And it's the same thing with Gucci and Keisha. You know what I mean? Gucci went to jail, and she left him all her money. Yeah. I mean, all his money, and she just flipped it. You know what I mean? And was still down. There's no other way. Like, that's the way that I compare my relationship with them, even though it's not the same. But you know what I mean?
It has more meaning to it.
It has more meaning to it. It's like,
that's dope.
You gotta appreciate that. You know what I mean? And but besides that, I think that's all. There's
many more to come.
There's so many more, man. Oh, I did the Migos. I want to shout out to the Migos, bro. Even though you know they're super big and everybody talks about the Migos, you know what I mean? I did do a paint for them. The reason why I did a paint for them is because they changed the culture. Like I said, I'm really in time with music, and they really changed the culture to the point where the music was like so serious all the time. You know what I mean? Even though they're still serious, it's like they make it fun for you to listen to. Gotcha. Like all the ad-libs, mama, and all that, you know what I mean? Like that makes it more fun, bro. So and the jewelry, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's dope to me. You know what I mean? So I mean, I just like the way that they're changing the swag, they're doing, you know what I mean? They're changing a lot about the culture of and we're looking at people, and you're watching them evolve too. Yeah, you're watching them. They're young. They're still young. Moves.
They still got a lot to do.
Why? Yeah.
They still got a lot to do for sure.
And that's pretty much it. Shout out to my team too. At Visions Inc.
Shout them out, man.
Yeah, man. Nina Pierce is my piercer. I got Hippie as my other tattoo artist. I got Bro Fresh in the back. He restores shoes. Nice. I also customize shoes too. Okay. You know what I mean? I didn't want to forget that. Okay. What else? Yeah, and then my VI family is also my photographer, Liz. And then that's pretty much, and my woman, of course, she's the top dog. Yeah. And then my daughter, she's the new top dog. You know what I mean? She's my Assad. You know what I mean? I'm the father of Layla Love.
Hey, there we go. I mean? So, there we go. So I got a question for you, my guy.
Yeah, what's up?
And this is usually a question I ask to kind of put a capsule on our episodes, but it'll give you a chance to sum up everything you have shared with us today, which was a lot, and I appreciate everything you shared with us. But it's also going to give you a chance to explain kind of what's ahead.
Okay.
So if you can, my guy, what's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up?
Perseverance. That's my favorite word. I have a drawing I'm probably gonna shoot to you guys or tag you guys in. It's a picture, and it's me. This is when I got cut from basketball from the team when I had all these tattoos. I did a picture of me opening my chest like this, and I'm looking down, and you can see my hands grabbing my skin, and it's showing my rib cage, it's showing my heart, it's showing everything. But inside of me, it says it was my ribs, and it was a heart there, but it was broken, right? And then all the vessels from the heart was connected to a cross because I was a Christian growing up. I don't even want to get into that. I was a Christian growing up, and then on top of that, I had a basketball in there. I had a pencil and paper. I had a piece of paper with the grade F on it, and then I had and then on each rib it said motivation, inspiration, dedication, and then there was family, love, and dream, and all those was what was inside of me, and then on the outside of me in the background is what everybody thought of me. So it's like I know what I am inside, but you guys can think of me however you want.
Wow.
You know what
that's
I mean?
Powerful.
And I think
that's
I might
powerful.
just paint that one. I think that's the one I'm going to
paint. You gotta paint that
you
one,
just
bro.
painted it for me right here.
As you're
talking,
looking at it like, all right.
As you're talking, I'm like, yeah, that's the one right there.
Hell yeah, bro. So,
yeah, man, perseverance is key, man. And I think it takes, even for us to hear stories like this to help us persevere. And those who are listening, to pull from your story so they can persevere. So,
no matter what, bro, you can make it. It's not about what other people think. As soon as you can block out the noise, and you have a tunnel vision. When people say that, it's real, bro. And I'm at that point where it's I'm so focused. I don't see nothing but the goal. Like for real, me and my family and the people that are coming up with me, I'm gonna make sure we make it. Like even if you know what I mean. And that's another thing, man. I want everybody to understand, bro. It's possible. Just because it looks impossible, it's not impossible, bro. We live one time in this vessel. You know what I mean? One time. So it's on you to make it happen. It's not on nobody else but you.
Go.
So
there we go.
Take advantage, man. That's all I'm saying, bro.
There's no smooth road, bro. Everybody goes through it, you know. So it's just
bro.
about you got to keep going and shit.
You gotta stay. You just gotta have that work ethic, and I think that's the biggest thing. Is regardless of the ups and downs and things that life will throw at you, because life is gonna throw them at you.
Right.
There's nothing you could do about it. It's inevitable. You gotta have that work ethic.
Yeah,
and I agree with that.
And I'm also my next shop. This is my woman's dream shop. So she helped me pursue my dream. I want to help her pursue hers. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
And I'm gonna speak it into existence because I'm really big on that. You know what I mean? I think it's really true, speaking stuff into existence.
I believe that too.
She wants a dance studio with the real studio, like a real recording studio in it. Okay. So as soon as you're done with the music, you can go out there and dance to it, type stuff. So so what I told her, I said, well, you know what I'm gonna do my best to make sure you get that and more, because I wanna have another room in that same building for me to just tattoo. Nobody else gonna be in there, you know what I mean? Because it now, and then it all comes full circle, because now I got a record label, and she's a dance choreographer. She was a professional dance choreographer. I don't know if anybody knows that, but she was. Okay. And she's been in videos. She's been doing it. She went to China, all this stuff. So she's been big on this stage already. She knows what to do, and that's probably another reason why I'm so. That's why I'm exceeding so much. So you know what I mean. So
you know, I just want to first of all, I just want to thank you. You know, for being a guest on our show.
Oh man, it's all love, bro.
And if I can say, for bringing your paintbrush to our canvas, painting that picture for us. And you know, we wish you, man, nothing but success, nothing but, you know, luck and everything that's coming for you, man, and good energy with everything you guys got going. You and your team. I know you got so much in store. And yeah, man, with that being said, you got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, one last thing, bro.
What's up, my guy?
Let's show them the painting.
Yeah. You came in here. You came in here.
Let's show them.
And this is what's her name? Her name is Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner. Okay.
She's a Instagram model, man.
Let's put that in the middle. Let's hold it up.
Yeah, go ahead and show that off, bro.
Yeah. Let's put it right there.
Yeah, man, good looking, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because when you first brought it in, I was trying to figure out who that was. But, but there's a dope story which you shared.
Yeah, man.
About it.
Like I was saying, she's an Instagram model, man, and there's a lot of people that downgrade on Instagram models. You know what I mean? Always talk down on them and stuff.
Women in general.
In general, exactly. And but for this specific reason, is like she blocks out the noise.
Okay.
And she doesn't care about what people think about her. She's gonna do what she wants. You know what I mean? She enjoys her own life. You know what I mean? It's her life. So for you women out there that want to show off your body and you wanna kick it, you wanna hang out, you wanna enjoy your youth, go ahead and do it.
Do it, be you.
And that's what she does. And you know what I mean? And people think that I'm just paying her just because I'm about to go to a party. Nah, I watched her skits and stuff. You know what I mean? I've been watching her journey, so it's nothing new to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you know why you're doing
exactly.
it. That's all that matters.
But I gotta throw that in there, bro. There's cats that be, oh, bro, you just clout chasing. Yes, I am. I'm definitely clout chasing because I want people to watch my journey, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't care about. It's the way that you use the word clout chasing. Bro.
Yeah, I feel it.
So.
It's your intention. It's your intention.
But it's not about the clout. You can't forget about that, bro. It's not about the clout.
It's not
bro.
about the
Never.
clout.
It's never
Hey,
about
man.
the
Well, thank you, man, again.
For sure.
And it's safe to say you are officially a member of the UpNUp. Can we get a round of applause for my guy, Cal
The
Warner?
UpNUp.
My guy, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
To the top, I'm on my way. I'ma go get it till they put